The next topic has to do with LeBron James and him trying to backtrack. There was a comment, I sent it to you guys in The Athletic, where it said James is, when it comes to roster plans, he goes, y'all know what the fuck should happen. And then he went on Twitter and said, hey, Sam, actually, my patience isn't waning. You make it sound like I'm frustrated when I'm really not. I told you over and over, my job is focused on the guys in the locker room. My job isn't on the roster. That's the reality of the conversation. And I said what I said. So Ray, as the resident Laker fan in the building, let's start with you. What are your thoughts here? Who do you believe?
I'm just tired of the LeBron James. I don't like my team. I like my team situation. Again, I've been preaching this. Part of the reason why I don't talk about sports is because those two guys are on my team. Those two guys being Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. And it's like, all right, I could take working with LeBron. I can live with that. He brought us a bubble championship, but the team was good that year before the pandemic and the world ended. The Lakers were good, okay? So when people say it's a bubble championship, if anybody won that championship, including Knicks fans, Net fans...
Well, I got to be Knicks fans first all the time, man. Come on, yo. We got a Pacers fan right here. Well, we got a Boston fan right here. Well, I got to be Knicks first,
because the Knicks fans are usually the loudest when they scream bubble championship. So I gotta say them first.
Knicks the clicks. We know.
I mean, yeah. What's the problem?
We know.
Yes, Knicks for clicks.
That energy is there.
We know.
Energy is always there.
Matter of fact, let's adjust it. Knicks slander for clicks, not just Knicks. Knicks
well, it's still Knicks.
Well,
as long as you.
But anyway, let's get. Guys, we're getting off track.
Knicks.
Let's get back to the original question. So Ray, you don't care about either or. So, but again, honestly, who do you believe? I guess it doesn't you don't care either way.
I've been Team Rob Pelinka from day one, and so that means that I'm siding with the person who wrote the article. And it's like the context of the article is there. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, you're trying to be ambiguous. But the problem with LeBron James is he always thinks he's a lot more clever than he actually is. It's obvious what he said. It's obvious what he means. But the issue of it all is that you made the mess of the roster. When we had Buddy Hield and who was it? Buddy Hield. It was a two-part trade from Sacramento. I remember the person who was the second piece of that trade. But they were on the way to the Lakers, right? Then you and Anthony Davis, Clutch Sports said y'all want Russell Westbrook instead. So Rob Pelinka, being the GM who's trying to be at the behest of a star player, decides to pivot away from the trade that made sense for a trade that did not make sense and bringing in a player who needs the ball just as much as LeBron to be functional. Now you keep throwing Rob under the bus over and over again, galvanizing your fan base and making it seem as though LeBron James is somehow being held hostage in Los Angeles, being mistreated in Los Angeles, when the roster is what it is because of you. That one trade for Westbrook cost us about 4 to 5 players. So that for you not to have the audacity to try to lean on Rob, starting with the All-Star break last season, throwing subs, talking about draft picks, all the way to now throwing subs in an article, but then realizing he has to walk it back because the team is winning games. So now he looks bad because you're crying about trading players when you won 5 straight. LeBron James, as great as he is as a basketball player, is not a shrewd media man. He thinks, like I always use this analogy, he's the fat kid playing hide and seek, hiding behind a lamppost. We all see you, and it's getting ridiculous now.
Andres was Harrison Barnes. That was in the deal.
Who said that?
Andres. Andres just in there. Mike, what are your thoughts here? Who do you believe? I guess is with LeBron backtracking. Do you believe him?
I believe Ray. What you mean? I believe Ray. What you mean? I've been saying the same thing, bro, or similar to the same thing. Like, bro, he said already what he felt. And I'm going to go with what he said the first time, not wait till after and then make another statement. And again, he has a history of doing this. He throws the rock, hides his hand, throws the rock, hides his hand. He has a history of this. So we know, like Ray just said, we know who he is. And I'm with Ray and other people, like, is the prevailing arguments that keep happening with the Lakers is twofold. It's either A, the franchise is holding LeBron hostage. Why won't they do more? Or B, some of us are saying, bro, this is the roster you have. They should not have to do everything, bend over backwards. They did that with AD. You got the Bubblicious championship. So it's two arguments that are operating here. And I lean on the side of what Ray just said is, bro, these are the ingredients you wanted. You want to be the cook too, so cook the meal. And if you can't cook it, oh well. Like we can't keep doing this thing where every every moment we're saying, dag, why are they doing this to LeBron? Why are they treating, what you mean? Ain't no they doing nothing to LeBron. LeBron chose this roster. He's cool. He ain't the GM, but he's the de facto GM. So at the end of the day, well, I don't want to hear no crying. We know what he meant. He's trying to put pressure on them like he always does to every organization. So just stand on that, bro. Just stand on it. Don't walk it back. Don't get offended. Just stand on it.
Ziggs, you agree with the panel?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There ain't no arguing. Mike and Jarv said it best. You know what I mean? And a situation like that, it's kind of like, it makes me respect KD a little bit more. Because not a little bit more, it makes me respect KD a lot more. Because when KD said that thing about the Nets the other day, he ain't walk nothing back. He wasn't scared about nothing. He said, I got it right here. Look at our starting lineup. Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton. It's not disrespectful, but what are you expecting from that group? And he's never walked it back. LeBron, as they said, has a history of doing stuff like this, walking it back later. You saw how he said, I can't miss the playoffs no more. Then deletes the playoffs because he thinks he's about to lose. Then he starts winning. Now it's all of a sudden my patience isn't waning. It's like, which one is it? You had an opportunity to go out there, get Kyle Lowry, go get Buddy Hield, go get DeMar DeRozan. You chose Russell Westbrook. Now y'all stuck trying to figure out, hey, should I trade my picks or should we keep the picks? It's the same ongoing nonsense for LeBron. He's better off just keeping his mouth shut in my opinion, honestly.
Coach, to wrap it.
Everybody's right, man. But I mean, it's like I think Jarv said why he probably disappeared. It's the media's problem for keep bringing this up. Like we don't care. Like, are we talking about Oklahoma? Do we talk about Shai Gilgeous and what he thinks about the Oklahoma City roster? And they're one game behind the Lakers right now. Like, no, we don't care. Like, and especially for LeBron, like Ray said, and I think Mike said, it's definitely you're hiding behind the pole syndrome. Like, we know it's you. Like, stop. Like, we know, everyone knows it's you. Like, you don't say nothing or man up. Like, you don't have to say anything. You can just say, hey, no comment. But you keep trying to backtrack like we're dumb. Everybody listening is just stupid and we're just going to believe you. And it just makes absolutely no sense. So, I'm happy. When the Lakers are good, the NBA is better. I want them to win. I want them to get better. I like the excitement when they're good. But LeBron, just take your losses when you take them. And hopefully AD gets better. And if he gets better, and some of these guys who have stepped up since he's been out keep playing away, a la my man Thomas Bryant.
Yeah.
He continues to cook up.
Salute to you, Mac. That kid he been doing numbers.
I always told y'all, and I'm happy. No disrespect, AD got injured. My man's on a salary year, contract year, so this is gonna really help him. But I want the Lakers to make the playoffs, and I think they can make the playoffs. So I just want LeBron to just play. You put the team together. We all know you put the team together. Now you got to deal with it.
All right, you what?
I'd like to say something, Carl, before I dip off. Coach made a strong point about the media pushing this LeBron James topic. And as much as we know, to bring it full circle, Knicks for clicks, we know what happens when we mention the Knicks, it goes up. It's LeBron for clicks. But the reality of the situation is it's the clicks from the sycophant fan base who can't see anything beyond the 2, 3, or the 6 on the jersey, who are not objective. They are basically like the beehive of basketball. They're like the Barbies for Nicki Minaj. It's like they follow this player from city to city, article to article, tweet to tweet, and they bloviate the bottom of social media. And the media companies, in turn, keep putting out these wacky articles where they flat out lie to the public because his millions of droning fans keep running behind it and they believe all the gospel. We got morons like Eddie Gonzalez who said he'll take LeBron on the Nets right now while the Nets are clicking. That just shows you how ridiculous the thought process is of these so-called knowledgeable basketball fans when they only care about LeBron James and his stats. What are they going to do when he retires?